I was besides myself with him out here in Colorado. I'm from California, and I thought, I don't know what to do. And they said, Tu Casa can possibly help. So I went in and saw Carmen here, and she basically carried me through. And we came up with, she said, why don't you come in and we'll brainstorm.
Tu Casa provides 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, free, confidential, bilingual victim advocacy and counseling to victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, elder abuse, hate crimes, and child sexual abuse. By community-based, I mean we're confidential, so we're not associated with any government entity. So anything a victim decides that they want to share with us stays with us unless they decide they want to release that information. And so we're really here just to provide victims there and their families with support. We want them to have access to as many resources as possible so that they can make choices for themselves and their families. And we know that they know the best what they need, and so we want to facilitate them accessing that.
My primary job here is prevention education. So what that looks like is I'll go into the high schools primarily and talk to kids about what's a healthy and unhealthy relationship and how those kind of what is gender stereotyping, communication. We talk about feelings, what is sexual violence. PALS, we do kind of a life skills type class. So again, communication, what makes a good friend, what's unique about me, and why is that good?
So I've been working with Tu Casa on and off for over 15 years. I initially go on scene and meet with victims on scene, but when I have domestic violence and sexual assault victims or victims of elder abuse, I refer them to Tu Casa for ongoing services.
Tu Casa is really instrumental in my job because it gives me a place to refer victims to where services and assistance can be provided.
The people here are good, they're caring, they're warm. It feels safe here.
Because I still blame myself a lot for what happened because of what I said or this and that. And so I got some really good counseling. To go through something like this, you're so alone. And to know that there's people here that understand. I mean, I would tell them there's resources out there and use them. No matter what, even if you don't think you need them, go there.
The history doesn't change. But what has changed is my relationship to it. And instead of this kind of feeling of fear or inferiority that was that I've been carrying for, God, by now 30 years, 35 years, it was actually becoming a source of strength, as in, I survived this, I can do this.
I mean, Tu Casa had a big impact on me because, like I said, it made me realize that I wasn't the only one in a situation like that, that I didn't really have to be there. And in order to be able to live a better life, I had to make sure that a lot of my stuff was taken care of so I could give my kids a better life.
Our goal and objective is really to just empower children and adults to live healthy, violence-free lives. And if that means they need assistance in accessing shelter, food, clothing, or if that means they just need someone to listen to them and help them work through their experiences, if they need transportation, those are all things that we really want to facilitate for them.
They do a lot of outreach to the schools. They're educating a lot of our kids and letting them know what healthy relationships are. They're doing a lot of prevention. Hopefully they're getting to people before they become victims.
Tu Casa has been instrumental in working towards the development of the Child Advocacy Center, which is extremely important in this district. We have so many children who are victims of crime and who are sort of vicarious victims of domestic violence. And Tu Casa has really been making a push toward providing services to them.
At the end of the day, a victim, all they really want is someone to listen to them, someone to believe them, and someone to help them. And so if you can be a part of that, it's just a great feeling.
there's a severe need for the services here.
Sexual assault and domestic violence does not discriminate against race, color, creed, religion, sex, social aspect, or financial standing. So we help all walks of life at Tu Casa.
No one ever deserves any of the things that we serve here. No one ever does anything to deserve those victimizations. So we really work to combat that myth, to let people know that what happened to them is wrong, they don't deserve it, and that they can go on to be happy and heal.
We see a lot of people staying in bad situations because they just don't know what to do, or they just don't know how to deal with their situation. Tu Casa can really help with that. It's not about getting a conviction or making my case better. It's really about giving people the tools or sending them someplace where they can get the tools to make sure that they're safe going forward.
Just by coming to our educational events or coming to our lunch and learns, which are held monthly, or just even by talking to your own children, your family members, your friends about the victimizations we serve, that's really getting involved, and that's really continuing the work that we hope to do.
Tu Casa is a valuable place to support because we really care about the people in the community. We want them to do well. We want to empower them and make them self-sufficient.
They are there when there might not be other services for people. It's something that is desperately needed in the Valley. The staff are very professional, they're very caring, and they're out to help our Valley and our community.
Tu Casa is absolutely a wonderful place, a wonderful program that I will never forget, and without it, I don't know what I'd be doing today. And I just appreciate Tu Casa. Thank Tu Casa so much for getting me through this and helping me through this.
We need people to be generous and to give us funds, and thank you for doing that. You might not always get that appreciation, but thank you.
Tu Casa is a hug. A lot of times that's a big difference in someone's situation, is they just, not in a physical aspect, but they want to feel that embrace, that somebody is willing to help, that somebody does care.
Tu Casa is a sanctuary. Tu Casa is a place for healing. Tu Casa is a place where old memories can be released and given new life.
Tu Casa is empowerment, it is skills, it's knowledge, it's power, it's freedom.
Tu Casa is fantastic.
Tu Casa is a place where a person can actually get away and feel that they are actually human beings.
And I would encourage anyone who's looking to make a difference, if it's not in what Tu Casa serves, but to find something in their life that helps them have meaning and purpose in life. And if they think that's maybe something Tu Casa could help them do, we're more than willing to do that.
I would like to add a challenge to everyone who is listening, that you look deep down inside yourself, way down deep, and you ask yourself, how can I help stop the violence? How can I encourage someone who is a victim to see the light so they no longer stand alone in the dark? That would be my challenge.